racecourses I can see, the places I know like the back of my hand, and which have seen so many of my triumphs and disasters. Ascot, Kempton Park, Sandown and Windsor in the distance out west, Lingfield, Brighton and Goodwood up ahead to the south. Almost before I know it, we're here, out of the helicopter and into the special hum of Epsom at its finest. I'm riding Golden Horn today, so I look for his trainer, John Gosden. It's not long before I see him, but then again, it's not hard to spot someone who's 6'5" and wears the most distinctive fedora in racing. If it weren't for John, I wouldn't be here. This is the second time in my career he's backed me when no one else would, and I'm determined to repay his faith. We might appear an odd couple. He's 20 years older and a foot taller than me, for starters, and he's old-school British ice-cool, whereas I'm Italian fire. But he totally gets me and understands me. There are few trainers as good as him, and even fewer human beings. I love working with him. We're as happy as a pair of old lags doing one last job together. "Come on," he says. "Let's walk the course." I do this every Derby day. It's partly to get a sense of how firm the ground is, as every horse has its preferred conditions, and you have to adjust your race tactics accordingly. It's partly tradition and routine. I've done it so often now that I'd feel unsettled if I didn't. And it's partly to soak up the atmosphere, which even a few hours before the big race of the afternoon is already buzzing. I see the funfair, smell barbecues, hear the sizzle of meat and the happy chatter. People cheer when they see me. A chant goes up. "Frankie, Frankie, Frankie." I smile, wave at them, perform a mock bow. John smiles. He's seen it all before. He knows how much of a showman I am. It's racing, it's entertainment, so why shouldn't I be? But he knows, too, that for me, being a jockey comes first and last. To the public, I'm Frankie. On the racecord and on my racing breeches, I'm L. Dettori. L for Lanfranco, and if I win this, L for Lazarus, too. Frankie's the showman, L. Dettori's the jockey. Two parts of a whole. The course is 1.5 miles long, so it takes us about half an hour to walk it. It's one of the most testing flat racing tracks on the planet, not least because in the first half mile it rises 150 feet, almost the height of Nelson's column. From the stalls at the start, it's like looking up a mountain. You can't win the race in that first half mile, but you can definitely lose it. I know not to go out too fast or be too far back. I know not to be stuck behind a bad horse or boxed in on the rails. I also know that Golden Horn's the favourite, and he's so strong that all I need to do is keep out of trouble and let him do the rest. The ground is good, firm in parts, perfect for him to show his pace. The track flattens off at the milepost before starting to go downhill. The climb will take a lot out of Golden Horn, so this is where I'll get him to relax, get his breath back, let him freewheel a bit and fill those massive lungs full of oxygen, because then the track starts to descend into Tattenham Corner and the horses begin to speed up again. It's easy to get there too quickly and just as easy to sit too long. Some horses find that their legs can't keep up with it and they start dropping back. Downhill into a left turn is trickier than it looks on TV, especially when there are a dozen horses all going for more or less the same piece of turf. I remember the words of Lester Piggott, maybe the greatest of them all, to me many years ago. If you're out of position going down the hill, don't try to make up ground. Wait for the straight. Because in that home straight is where it all plays out, where you find out whether you and the horse have it or you don't. What you can't do on the straight is get trapped on the inside. The track is cambered from right to left, so when horses start to tire, they move across and down the hill towards the running rail. We walk past the 3 furlong marker. I look at John. He shakes his head.